Hi everyone, this is Deadlock bringing you more Call of Duty Black Ops 4 content for 2018, and today I'm going to very quickly whiz you through all of the patch notes for the big update that we've all just seen on PS4 and Xbox that landed earlier today. So Treyarch has made a lot of changes to the game. They have made changes to the specialists, to the weapons, to Blackout, to the game modes. They've added some new game modes. They have also released a warning to everybody who was exploiting the Skulker perk where you could stack it for speed and glitch the game by pointing out that they've identified everybody that did that and that they're going to reset their creator class as a warning, and that from this point on repeat offenders will be banned. First offenders will have their statistics reset and removed, along with a bunch of other, let's call them nerfs that they're going to make to people's paint jobs and logos and tags and lots of other things. Repeat offenders will be banned from playing the game on multiplayer and will be completely removed from the leaderboards as well. But not to focus on that too much, let's jump in and take a look at all of the changes that were made in the game. So firstly, gun game is back. That's really exciting. There's also a mercenary deathmatch mosh pit which has been added to the featured category. Also, a chaos domination mode has been added, which is going to be 3-second captures, 150 point rounds and 6v6. That's really exciting. Hardcore team deathmatch and hardcore kill confirmed. The player count for each team has been increased from 5 players to 6 players, with an ability to pick 2 specialists per team now instead of just 1. So that's really exciting. It's going to be really interesting. Some buffs that were made to the assault rifles in the last update have been reversed, and they're trying to just level out all of the assault rifles and give SMG users a little bit more of a level playing field. I really noticed that I enjoyed playing with the SMGs when the game was first released, but you were just getting smashed by people with the ICR and the VAPR. So they've made reductions to the ICR and the VAPR specifically, reduced headshot damage for the ICR and a slight reduction to the reload speed. And for the VAPR, the close range headshot damage has been reduced, and the damage will drop off quicker as well, and there's a reduced headshot multiplier. For the SMGs, they've looked at the MX9, the Cordite, the GKS and the SOG, and what they've tried to do there is make small buffs where they had to and level out all of the SMGs. So they've extended some damage ranges, and they've also put some nerfs into a couple of the operator mods as well, just to level those guns out. They've made some changes to the tactical rifle, specifically on the Swordfish. They've reduced the headshot multiplier and they've reduced the extra clip size on the Pintra Burst. They've also made some changes to the ABR just to try and lift that up a little bit. Changes have been made to the sniper rifles and the light machine guns. Again, a lot of these are really effective weapons, and I think that Treyarch wants to reduce them ever so slightly before people start spamming them, and I think that takes a lot of guts to do and makes a lot of sense, so I'm happy that they're doing it. There've been some slight reductions in some of the pistols because you've probably seen people spamming that. The shotguns, Treyarch said that they were quite happy with where that was, and only a couple of the attachments were probably performing a little bit better than they wanted, so they have choked those a little bit to try and level them out a little bit. For the attachments on all weapons, there's a reduced ADS flinch on Grip 2. The suppressor's got a reduced damage fall off range. The holographic sight optic has got reduced ADS recoil now. The dual zoom optic has also got reduced ADS recoil, and the recon optic has got reduced ADS recoil too. For the specialists, for Ajax, they're given more options to counteract the ballistic shield and to help ensure that it isn't activated too often in the same game. And explosives now only apply partial damage to the front of the deployed user, and the ballistic shield will now take longer to earn, so they've kind of nerfed Ajax a little bit, which is fair enough. For Nomads, they've reduced the K9 unit health by 10%. For Crash, they think they're really happy with him, but he was perhaps a little bit too effective as a score streak farmer, so they're reducing the teammate use pack for when you take ammo out of his assault pack that he drops from 50 to 25. The Purifier has been buffed, and yeah, there's extra flame damage from that. Recon has reduced sensor dart duration. I think that makes sense. I think people were spamming that. and also there's an issue being resolved where the voiceover would state that the player's censored art was destroyed when it wasn't, so that's one little change that they've made just to correct things. I think that Torque's a really good and effective specialist, and I use him pretty much all of the time, but they've made some changes to him. So they've increased the earn rate for the barricade, increased the hit points for it, and addressed an issue that prevented the TACOM from telling the player that the barricade was taking damage. So it says that they've bolstered the effectiveness of the barricade to ensure he stays relevant. Okay, I thought it was okay, but we'll see what they've done. Prophet's Tempest has been upgraded, so the projectile speed is now a lot faster. There's an increased chain distance for his Seeker Mine, and there's an issue where the Tempest charge was being disabled when you were hit. That doesn't work anymore. In Team Deathmatch, they have looked at the spawns right across the board, guys, so they've tuned the spawn logic for Team Deathmatch, and they've made adjustments to Slum, Summit, Militia and Firing Range. I really think they needed to look at Icebreaker, because I think there's real problems with the spawn in that, but let's check out and see if they've done it. For Hardpoint, they've really looked at how the active hardpoint affects the nearby spawns and tried to just smooth that out a little bit. For Domination, they've made adjustments to Icebreaker, it really needed it. Contraband, Hacienda, Payload, Gridlock, Slums, Summit, Militia, Jungle and Firing Range, so they've really been heavily active on Domination. And guys, they've brought in a whole raft of changes on the score streaks, on the theatre mode and on Blackout. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you want to check out more of the updates, then check out the link in the description below, and I will put the full data in there. Keep smashing it on Call of Duty and have a great day. Bye.